Okay, if you're watching this video, you most likely have scheduled an appointment with Family First Legal Group to discuss your legal options and get more information about your potential case. It's important that you have the right mindset going into this meeting, because there's a saying that we have around here, and that is buy nice, not twice. Too many times in my career building this business and with all associate attorneys in my office, we have seen clients come to us who had their first case and they said it was cheap. They hired a lawyer that was cheap, or they did it on their own, or they did it with some relative helping them, and they got a terrible result. Terrible result. And we inevitably have to spend way more money and way more time with a much lower likelihood of success the second time than if we had done it right the first time. So we always say, buy nice, not twice. It's the recipe for success. Getting a lawyer that you are confident in, with a legal team to support him or her, to make sure that they are available to focus on your case, is the most important consideration you have to make. The Florida Bar has already said in 2018 that the average price of legal services, or the median hourly rate for a lawyer in Florida, is $300 an hour. So if you want to be middle of the road, just basing your numbers off that, look no further. That's the median number for you. It's public record. You can look it up. We're not hiding anything from you. That's the median figure. What you next need to determine is, where am I going to get billed by the lawyer? Because if the lawyer is punching holes in paper and building their own trial notebooks when they could be having a legal assistant do it at a fraction of the cost, that's going to cost you quite a bit of money. And if you have a lawyer who's not adept at technology and has to dictate everything to someone else to have them type it up, or has to do research through someone else because they can't use a computer or word processing software, that's going to make your fees go up. So you want to be confident and empowered by your lawyer to know that they're going to work in an efficient manner, in a very efficient manner, through support staff, where the lowest billable activity can be used to progress a file along. That's why it's so misleading. You don't know that as a consumer. You don't know the hidden costs that are built into law firm retainers and all those types of things that you see, that we see from other firms. But they say, oh, it's a flat fee. If you're getting a flat fee quote from another lawyer, they're just not going to do a good job. They're not going to put the energy and the time into it. If you get a flat fee rate, they're going to move on to the next case and worry about that one, because that one's paying while your case is still pending. A flat fee to me means a prayer on their side that they're going to settle your case. They're going to be begging you to settle your case because they don't want to take you to trial. You, when you're paying hourly, are going to be investing in your case, and it's going to make the attorney invested in your case and the office invested in your case, because we're both benefiting from the relationship. We're busting our rear ends for you every step of the way, so you're a satisfied client and you get a better result because you're paying us to do it, because we get to live the lifestyle that we love to live for our families, ourselves, and our friends because of you. We love you, we value you, we appreciate you. That's why we have so many 5-star reviews on Google. That's why we continue to grow quarter over quarter, 6 months over 6 months, year over year, because we're helping people, but we hold them accountable. Do not be looking for just what's the cheapest option, how much is it going to cost me, because there are so many more considerations to your case than just what is the cost. What is it worth to you as a consideration? What's the cost of bad representation? What's the cost of having to start over with already having screwed yourself? That's a huge problem that we see. So buy nice, not twice. Find a lawyer that you're confident in, that is competent, that can do a great job for you, and who also has a great support team behind him or her, because that's how you're going to get the most juice out of the orange. If you find a brilliant lawyer who is wonderful at what they do and is perfectly capable of helping you, but they have cobwebs and maybe one assistant as their helper in the office, they're going to be overworked, distracted, and doing too many things to take great focus and attention to just your case. Part of the reason we have built this business in the way that we have is because, as an owner and a lawyer, my obligations are distracted. I have duties to my staff, I have duties to my vendors, I have duties to my shareholders, I have duties to all sorts of people. An associate attorney at Family First Legal Group has duty to you, and that is it. They have to perform for you. Their obligations of making sure the rent is paid and making sure the staffs are paid and making sure that all of the benefits are in place and making sure that they have the lease in line and they have All of these other considerations are not your problems. They shouldn't be your problems, but when you hire someone who works on their own or has a very limited support staff, doesn't have the infrastructure that we have here, that's the risk you take. So again, buy nice, not twice, but be a discerning buyer and look into what the real costs of the representation are, what you're going to be billed for, where you're going to be billed for it, from whom, and how much that will be. And I assure you, we have taken dozens and dozens of other cases from prior lawyers who are doing a piss poor job, and when they come to us, their fees are more than what ours would have been at the time, sometimes twice as much. So keep all that in mind. Take your time, be prepared, and ask the right questions that are important to you with our team, because we want to succeed for you. Thank you.